Alright, and we just took off from the Stennis out there in the distance. In a bit of a weather. But we're on our way to attack some terrorists. And they've got some submarines parked at a harbor, and they're going to be taken off soon. So we're going to try and destroy them while they are still at the harbor. And before it gets dark, we are going to be racing against time here a little bit. And might get into some night operations. We have some Mark 83 bombs. And we're going to be doing some CCIP given due to the weather. We can't really see, so getting a laser with the flare won't be very, very easy. And I guess we could use JDAMs, but that wasn't what the mission briefing was calling for today. So CCIP with free-falling bombs is what we're going to do. And frankly, that's one of my favorite ways of doing it. So we have a lot of fun, do some AAA down by the harbor, protecting the site, so if we get a little bit hairy, but we'll be careful. And this is a longer mission. Some of you have expressed that you guys have liked the longer missions, so hopefully you guys enjoy this one. And there'll be it's very much a carrier op in well, focus for this mission, so we're gonna try and go relatively quickly here. Destroy the subs at the harbor, return to the carrier, rearm, refuel, and then there's a training camp somewhere in the on the mainland where then we can attack and destroy them as well. I think some high value assets, HVTs, will be in the area as well, so that'll be our secondary target here in today's mission. And I'll get into, right now we have the helmet mounted display. Very, very practical. Okay, so we're on our way to waypoint 1, which I believe might be the target, 38 miles, which kind of corresponds with the waypoint 1 marker here at 34 miles. But I forget what I was saying exactly. Oh, sunshine, there we go. Oh yeah, so we have our helmet mounted display here, which is really good with AIM-9Xs, or even marking different targets if you want to do auto and whatnot, stuff like that. Basically, you can use the helmet mounted display to point and keep track of certain mark points. But as it gets darker, we're going to have trouble seeing the ground. We might want to switch to night vision, which we can do on the carrier deck. So that's what we'll be looking at once we get on the ground in the second phase of the mission. Let's get rid of the stick. Ooh, that's not a good look. Get rid of the pilot as well, just so I can see my instruments down here. Yeah, RWR wasn't on. This mission is a hot start, so you don't have to worry about starting the jet or anything. And we are now 24 miles away, so let's start thinking about going air to ground. This is a nice flight where there isn't too much in-country. So Mark 83, which is a 1,000-pound warhead. Yeah, let's go ahead. It's already set up for CCIP. You could do auto, but we'll stick CCIP. Fuse is mounted in the nose. An electronic fuse is instantaneous. This would be if it was a bunker, for example, and you didn't want it to blow up right at the surface. You wanted to kind of penetrate into the bunker and then detonate. You would then use that delayed electronic fuse, but today we're just going to be having it detonate on impact with the subs. Looking at the radar, it's a little tough to tell anything significant. If I had to weapon designate our target, it's going to be right here, which is where the harbor is, so that's exactly what we're looking at.
Subs are still in dock. Caution guns in place. You are cleared in front.
Alright, we're clearing hot. Let's make sure we get below the cloud. Let's go inverted here and slowly make our way down. Master arm switch on so that we are ready. Let's get our angle of attack here.
Altitude.
All right. Now, if you find your HUD brightness is a little too high, you could just turn it down with this dial here. And let's see, what do we see here? Ah, I see 2 subs right there. Now we're going to be dropping them one at a time. We could use UFC to drop them in 2s. We have 4 bombs with, excuse me, with us right now. But let's try and just maintain some speed to make it a little bit trickier for the AAA. And we'll just go 1 target at a time here. Wouldn't mind getting a bit of altitude, and we're going to want to come down a bit steeper. If you come in too flat, then it makes it really easy for AAA. And there they are. Bombs away. There we go. There's the first sub. And let's just keep dodging AAA here. All right, first target down. Let's get around for our second pass. And we're just gonna try and mark it with our helmet mounted display here. Hard to be very accurate with it. That was alright though. And now what'll happen is if we go anywhere through the cloud, hopping around a little bit. In theory, if you're really accurate with it, you could drop your bombs in auto mode and from a high up distance, which I would have liked to have done, but I don't think that's going to be feasible here. I don't think we were quite that accurate, but what we'll do instead is we can come a bit higher into the clouds. They know we're coming, so I want to be extra careful not to let them track us too much with that AAA, because there's quite a few guns there. We're a little slow coming around, a little disorientating into the cloud, but at least we have our dot, and that's the whole point of having our weapon marker there. We can stay high into the cloud, be masked just a little bit, start our assault from a bit higher than we would have normally. And I'll just go back into CCIP and undesignate.
Altitude.
Yeah, here we are. Bombs away, and let's pull out. We watch it. Boom! Direct hit.
Well done. You are cleared to return to Mother. TACAN 10 X-ray.
TACAN 10 X-ray. We're gonna head back to base, which I know be out over there to the north. So let's race back because this is only phase 1 of the mission. And I don't want to get caught in the dark. Let's go ahead and punch in the TACAN. So it's going to be TCN here at the bottom of the UFC key. Make sure it's on. There we go. It's already defaulted to X-ray, so just punch in 10, enter. And here on the HSI, we have the TACAN station basically straight ahead. We can monitor it now by selecting TCN on the HSI. It now becomes our point of interest. We'll just fly to this pip here, and we're 50 miles away. We'll fly out of the cloud and return to base as soon as possible here. do hopefully a case 1 recovery, rearm fuel, and retask to a training camp where there's supposed to be some HVTs, high valued targets with this terrorist group. We just destroyed their subs. They will not be happy, but they won't have to worry about it soon if we take care of business. We still have 2 Mark 83s. We technically could have dropped 2 at a time to be a bit more accurate, but in case I missed, I wanted to have some extra ones, and honestly this worked out really, really well. We'll fly below the cloud because we're not that far. 40 miles isn't a whole lot of ground to cover in the F-18. And we're no longer flying over AAA or SAMs, so I wouldn't mind burning fuel. At some point we're gonna be too heavy, actually. I think it's either 32,000 or 33,000 is the max weight we can land technically in the F-18 on the carrier deck. We're currently sitting at 41,000. I have to dump some fuel. Technically to dump my ammunition. Well, you know, the bombs and all that are weighing us down, but that's not very cost effective now, is it?
Overlord, bogey is approaching the fleet from the south on an intercept course. Distance from fleet 29 miles. Seek and destroy. Bearing 228 degrees 29 miles. You are clear hot.
Okay, just when we were about to get to the ship, I think I was out there in the distance. There's a bogey approaching from the south, so let's get back into air-to-air. We have a couple AMRAMs, a couple Sidewinders. Didn't catch the whole briefing information, but they were coming from the south. So we're going to turn this way and see. I don't think we have AWACS on station that can give us any situational awareness. But in the SA page, we can definitely try and tell. Oh no, we got someone on radar. Alright, there they are. We got them now. So now let's just bring in our radar. I'll go 40 degrees. And what's the information on it? It's 23 miles away. Continue to go with pretty aggressive thrust here. Again, we'll keep burning fuel, and speed will help the efficiency of the missile. I'll put the steer dot, or the dot of the bogey here. Our bogey's here in this box, but we want this dot in the LAR. We want this line between the maximum effective range, and I'm going to try and shoot closer to this to give our missile the best chance possible. Not 12 miles. Hopefully this goes pretty straightforward. We have 2 of them. I think there's only one of them. We could always try and fire one from a further distance. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll just kind of push them off. I'm gonna get a shoot cue now. You know what? Let's wait just a few more seconds and just shoot one missile. Oh, we lost radar. We lost radar. That's not good. I was just about to fire and I lost radar. Then we could always try and fire one from a further distance. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll just kind of push them off. You know what? Let's wait just a few more seconds. Okay, I got him back. He's actually heading towards the Stennis. So we're gonna go full throttle. Try and catch him. So he's at 6,000 feet. Okay, we're gonna get ready to fire here. There's a shoot cue.
Altitude.
There, we got him.
Altitude.
Perfect. So we lost him in the cloud.
Overlord, well done. Bogey down.
We actually lost him right when we're gonna hit Fox, or excuse me, well, shoot. Who's this? Oh, it's his parachute, okay.
Ford, Stennis, well done. Bogey destroyed. Continue your approach on TACAN 10 X-ray. You are cleared to land. Case 1 runway 35. Wind 15 knots from the north. We are steaming 15 knots.
Like, look how close he was to get into our carrier. I lost him off radar. He broke radar lock right when I was about to fire at him. And then it took me a second to find him in this cloud. I didn't know which way he went, where I lost him. By the time I came around, he was on his way directly to our carrier, and we had to speed in to go get him. So I should have fired, especially because we're so weapons heavy. We probably could have fired a lot earlier and avoid this whole risk. But yeah, that was pretty scary. Let's see if we can't make this tight turn right in for landing. That worked.
Ford,
Okay.
Stennis, glad to get you back. Fold wings and exit to parking.
Taking back the cord and hook up. And we're the only jet flying, so we're gonna get here.
Stennis,
Ground
keep
crew,
engines running and
rearm
refuel
refuel.
and rearm with same loadout. We
I don't
have
need full
another mission
fuel.
for you.
Same loadout.